Hi, my name's Alira, and I'm doing what's trending, uni fashion, and to state the obvious, I'm doing uni fashion and like what's trending.
Nice.
Uh,
Okay, so I'm doing an Instagram account called Healthified Cravings, and I post recipes on um, different foods that people often crave, and I like create the recipes in a healthier way to help people, still satisfy their craving, but still eat healthy as well.
Lovely.
well,
Okay, I'm
Um,
what
Gray.
platform do you guys? Sorry.
No, it's okay, you
What
go.
plat I was just wondering what like platform you guys post on, just quickly. If you could just
It's
TikTok.
like say what.
YouTube. So, mine at the moment, it's like we're creating a documentary, and we've just kind of been releasing like short clips of like our progress so far because I'm like collaborating like with a group.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah, I
Oh yeah.
just post on Instagram.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just on TikTok because like it's the easiest for me, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
And
on TikTok
I
as
Yeah.
have
well.
a Pinterest account and it's for like the latest trends. So like I'm doing fashion and then like homewares and things like that.
Oh,
Okay, I
wait,
I'll
Charlie,
introduce myself and my thing. So I'm Grace, and my digital artifact, it's a collaboration with some people in my other class. And what we're doing is we're making a documentary about climate change. And it's like kind of on the impacts of climate change in Samoa. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Nice.
okay. I was gonna say, are you like, is it just like you two doing that, or are you using like outside people, like interviewing or like anything like that?
Yeah. So, basically, because like one of our issues that we like ran into, when we were like creating our idea or like prototyping was like trying to accurately represent that community, I suppose, because like so much of it you can only like go off lived experience, and I suppose like we had so many issues with like it's not really our story to tell because of like how based in culture it is. So like what we've done is one of my group members, her grandma is from Samoa, so we got her to like write out a letter that we turned into a script. Um, so yeah. No, it's been really interesting, like the process of like learning about like how the different like cultures, like how it plays into it. Because I suppose with like Samoan culture, it's so rooted in like the land and like living off the land, which has been really interesting to learn about. So I suppose like our whole objective with putting it online is so like people can like learn about like that, I suppose, that aspect of it, because that's often left out of discourse a lot when talking about climate change. So yeah.
That's really cool. I feel like no one's like doing something like that.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like I struggled with the initial idea of like when he was like develop a digital artifact because the way that like my brain kind of works is I'd rather work towards one kind of like main goal or one big thing. Whereas like a lot of people are kind of like doing an account where like you post regularly, which would have also been really cool, but I don't think that would have been something that would work for my like idea and like my like I suppose function of like what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense. Um, just touching on that, I decided to do like the sort of regular posting because I wasn't even like 100% sure on like what my purpose was because I'm doing like kind of like studying like fans and like seeing how they like interact with things. So I'm just on TikTok posting like different kind of forms of content, like kind of trending things at the moment because I sort of want to like boost engagement and get people to interact. But like that's
Mhm.
my biggest issue is like trying to get people to interact. Like the most I'll sort of get is like a couple of comments and like I'll get likes and views, but like I sort of want more like interaction. But like that's like what I'm struggling with at the
Yeah.
moment.
I've had the
Um,
same thing.
Yeah,
I've
same.
struggled to like be able to reach like heaps of different people instead of the same like 10 followers that I have.
Mm.
Yeah,
I suppose
same.
like a really hard thing with like
Yeah.
trends as well, what you're doing is because like trend cycles are
Mm.
so based on like
Mm.
people's feedback and saying like, oh, like yeah, I agree with you or they don't, and like starting a conversation, which is
And
like
that's
so.
the thing. Oh, sorry.
No,
Because it's on TikTok, everyone has their own like personalized For You pages. So like one person's TikTok can be like completely different. So like what I'm posting might not even reach like so many people's like pages because they're not into that, even though it's like trending.
I know with mine,
But
I'm doing that as well. Like that's something I really want to talk about in my report as well, is I'm gonna do like algorithms and data. Um, I've found in my artifact that in the beginning I kind of just posted my video and I was like, yeah, okay, that's kind of it. Like I chucked in a couple hashtags and it was like uni and assignments, and then I kind of thought like, well, that's not really what I want to target my audience for. So I definitely started doing like hashtags that might not even relate to what my content is. It's just what my audience would want to see. So I
Yeah.
know I've also been incorporating like micro influencers as well. Like I've been tagging people like Alex Earl and things like that. And I know in the video that I have been doing that, I've almost got like 10K views just from
Oh, that's so
That's
good.
really
yeah.
good.
Wow.
and that's like yeah, it's a big difference from my pitch that didn't
Yeah.
even scrape a
that
thousand.
was
So
kind of same with me. Like the more like hashtags I used, even if they kind of didn't necessarily relate to that specific thing I post, but just generally, like the more hashtags I used, the more views I got. Because same with me,
Yeah.
that video got like 10K, I think. So
yeah,
I think, but I learned that from the Discord because when I was struggling, I asked like what people are doing, and then a bunch of people came back with like sort of stuff like that, like hashtags. Um, Someone said posting within like different time slots, so like
yeah, I was just
maybe
about
even
to say I think I posted my pitch in the morning and it got absolutely nothing, but
mm,
I posted my other videos during the evening and they
mhm.
all like got so many more views like straight away compared to my
feel like
Mm.
also like another really like good thing to do in terms of like getting engagement and like you said like if you're trying to like start conversations is like have you thought of posting something that like you think will be like polarizing on purpose? Because I suppose like with the trend thing, there are so many and like it's fashion, right, that you're doing?
yeah.
Or
I
like
am
there's so
personally I don't
many
know where
yeah, there are like so many trends where it's like people either like love it or people hate it, and I feel like like kind of like getting in on that
yeah.
would be like a really good idea in terms of like creating conversations.
I know as well, like with my most recent post, I made sure I like kind of reference it to Coachella because it's such a big thing. I
Mm.
That's what I did
used
as well.
photos from Coachella, and I think that's what helped as well build that. But anyways, Charlie and Hugh, do you want to kind of like tell us a bit about yours as well?
Yeah, so I'm doing a TikTok account based on well-being and mental health.
Mhm.
And just to add to all like the trends, I use trending TikTok sounds, and that helps my videos get a lot of views as well. Yeah.
I do the same. I have a TikTok page as well. I was already doing something that I was quite interested in. I think for anyone starting the subject, do something that you like. We've all done that here as well. Like I do a car spotting page, and so I just upload photos of cool cars I see, which I take photos of cars anyway. So I thought it was quite helpful, like to find something that you're quite rooted in already. And so I kind of just wanted to branch and find a community there. That I didn't really see one in Wollongong, so I thought that I'm following Illawarra pages, like I'm following the Hawks, I'm following relevant accounts here, and yeah, I'm mainly focusing on engagement at the moment as well, but it's been a fun project, and I highly recommend just doing something that you're interested in and stuff.
Have you
I
found
think
that anything like helped you, like compared to when you started, like from the beginning? Have you done anything or changed anything to make it?
I found that I was not posting regularly enough. Like maybe I was doing once a week, um, or like once every weekish. Like, but I found if I wanted more engagement and more to reach more car community people, that I was having to post maybe every 3 or 4 days, and so I was having to like really work at just getting out there, going for walks, taking photos of cars, whether it was also posting just news in the like automotive community as well, but just posting more regularly. I found.
Yeah.
And like with the like function of your like page, is its like purpose to like kind of like create a community between like people with similar interests, or is it more to like showcase like
It's a bit of both. I like sharing my opinion sometimes. So I've had a lot of people say like, "Oh, I don't like that car. How could you like that?" I've had comments, people being like, "Yeah, I've seen that car too at I don't know Outback Steakhouse." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, it's around." So I found like I get comments. I don't often it's the same people. There's actually quite a few like car spotting people in Wollongong. So I found that I interact with them quite regularly as well now, which I wouldn't have done if I didn't start this project. Um, but I am reaching a bit of both, sharing my personal opinion, cars I like, cars I see with people, and then seeing what they think, and if they've seen it too.
Perfect.
mm,
I had a
Yeah, that's
question for
cool.
Olivia. How
Yeah.
are you like setting up your Pinterest? Like, are you getting engagement and things like that?
I feel like that's what I'm also struggling with. And I remember like our teacher was saying that Pinterest is quite hard for engagement. So I feel like I might start like an Instagram page or a TikTok account to kind of go with it. But recently, so I just started off doing like fashion and like summer outfits and like winter outfits. But I've like created like homewares that are trending and those kind of things. So I've just like got boards for like everything now.
Perfect.
But yeah,
Yeah,
it's like kind of been a challenge on Pinterest, but I just like how it looks, so I kind of want to
yeah,
stay.
100%. And even if you're literally just exactly taking what you're doing, sorry, um, if you take things straight from Pinterest and just put them straight on Instagram, like exactly how
Yeah.
they yeah,
Mm.
like
Wait, so are you like obviously on Pinterest you can like save ideas. Are you like uploading photos on there as well? Because I know that's like something you can do. But
No, I feel like I might get to that, but no, I haven't done it yet because originally I wanted to do like budget-friendly alternatives. So I think I still will do that, but kind of thought I'd just start off like simple. So I'm just like
yeah,
getting them from Pinterest.
no, that's cool.
you can even if
Yeah.
you ever do another class, you could even probably extend on this CA.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
And like I actually have interest in it. Like
yeah,
I
exactly.
want to make it look good. So yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I do have something to touch on to for me right now trying to get engagement. I'm planning on instead of just posting my photos just like as normal photos in the feed, I'm going to try post the photos in like reels because I know that reels get a lot more engagement, and they're more popular and people like always go on Instagram to go on reels more than just like homepage, like looking at random photos. So I'm going to try to put the photos in a reel, like how they have them on TikTok as well. And hopefully that will help as well. So I'm going to try.
That helped me with a DA last year. I did an Instagram page for wellbeing as well, and I made a reel on. So I went on holidays to Fitzroy, and I made a reel on that. And then Fitzroy, the social media team there, contacted me and wanted to post that video on their social media account.
Huh.
So yeah, so that gave me a lot of engagement.
Okay.
So
Cool.
good. I think a
Did
challenge.
you like have to like
Oh, sorry.
sorry. So I was just gonna say, did you have to like tag them or anything, or did they just like find your video?
So they found my video first, and then they asked to collaborate, and then I let them collaborate through editing my video.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think a
Sorry,
challenge that's okay. I think a challenge that I've been having with mine is really just trying to make it more aesthetically pleasing, like visually. I might just share my screen really quickly just so I can show you guys. Um,
Yeah, I also feel like for like YouTube especially and like getting engagement and stuff, one of my worries is like I'm putting so much like work and investing so much time into like making this thing. And I suppose like it's gonna be really hard for me to get it to reach the people who will kind of like have an appreciation for those kind of things or like reach other like filmmakers. Because I suppose YouTube's like function is more, I don't know, like more podcasty nowadays and like that's not really like a platform where people go to find that type of like content, I suppose. So I don't know like what I can do to like niche down and like make it reach like people. Like maybe I'll start like an account or
Could
something like
you post like clips of your podcast? Is it on video as well, or is it just audio?
that. No, so the documentary that we're
Oh, the
making,
yeah.
um yeah, it's like video and audio. I was thinking
Yeah.
of like making maybe an Instagram or something to reach people first and then kind of having that call to action through the
Yeah.
Instagram.
Because could
But
you put like little clips onto like TikTok to
yeah,
like
that's what I was
get it out
thinking.
there,
Mm,
and then it might like draw the audience to your YouTube?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think I might too.
You could do like YouTube shorts as well if you want to stay on YouTube.
Yeah, 100%.
oh, sorry guys, I actually got it to work. Sorry, I was been playing with that for like so long. But anyways, this is my account. Sorry to cut everyone off. That just
No,
happened.
you're okay.
Um, sorry. I'm trying to find a way to make it more like aesthetically pleasing. Or, but it's so hard, like especially like with having so much different content I want to post.
I
Um,
suppose like if you have like do the thumbnail like if you insert like a really like small clip of like a photo or like photos that kind of have like common like color grading and stuff like that
yeah.
in the video, then you can kind of like flip it and like thumbnail it on the top.
Yeah, like you can put it at the end of your video for like a split second and then use that as the thumbnail.
Okay, true. Yeah, I'm literally still like learning how to post stuff and things like that. So
I
definitely.
even sorry. I even feel like with like your profile picture, like that I wasn't sure what to do for mine, but I just did like something trending at the time and I've just been like changing it kind of like what's trending like currently. So maybe like that would help.
Did anyone else have any like photos they wanted to share as well?
I might show you guys my storyboard actually because so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm actually doing because I feel like I haven't really like been super specific. Oh gosh.
Just a quick question, like while Grace is getting that up. For people on your accounts, are you following like certain people or certain creators to sort of reach your target audience? Like,
No,
is
but I
that
think that's a
something?
better goal. I definitely think I need
Because on my account, yeah, I'm not following anyone at the moment, but I'm just wondering, like, maybe by following like even similar accounts that are doing the same thing, maybe that might help.
I've started following some like recipe Instagram accounts and then they've just followed me back. So then it's kind of like built up my audience a little bit.
That's so good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Wait, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like initially I uploaded this as like one of my like DAs, I suppose, because the tutor was saying obviously I've kind of like got to show that like progression and like have like stuff rolling out. So this was my kind of like last thing that I put out just to show like the kind of like behind the scenes stuff with it. So yeah. I
Do you
suppose
ever,
like
sorry,
it's
where do
okay.
you get your ideas from of like specifically what you're going to talk about? Like, do you ever struggle figuring out what you're going to
I
say
think like
specifically?
it's really hard because we wanted to like stay away from like research that was done by people who like aren't like who don't belong to a one. Okay, so what I was saying
Okay.
about getting ideas and stuff, usually like through like the kind of like documenting process, you kind of like go to like external research or like the other thing that we did is like we looked at like other YouTube videos like done by other people like I don't know if you've seen the like channel Story Corp, but we looked at like a lot of their stuff and the way that they formatted that. But like obviously like given the cultural context of our like project, we tried to like steer clear of like research done outside of that community just because it's kind of like really like it's not very productive in like decolonizing the kind of like conversation around like climate change and stuff, which is like our whole objective. Um, because I suppose like everything, like you have your own amount of bias on it, right? So like any research done by someone who doesn't belong to that community kind of perceives like things differently to like how someone who grew up with that lifestyle would. So I don't know, we just really tried to like draw a lot from those like interviews that we did and stuff. Just to, like avoid that. So, yeah.
Also, you get your inspiration
Nice.
from like other sources and
Yeah, like we tried to like keep it really rooted like in her family and like just in their lived experiences because I suppose that's like really like what the beauty of it was because there wasn't really like a right answer or a wrong answer. And it wasn't so much about like, oh, like we're trying to save the planet. And it was more from the aspect of like the cultural loss, like from that community, which was like really cool.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sounds really
No, that's really,
good. All of you guys
yeah,
sound like
that's really
really,
interesting.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
I'm excited
you.
to see
Yay.
everyone.
Yeah.
yes,
Like
I
go
love
and follow
everyone's
everyone.
ideas.
We'll see you guys all in
Okay.
the tutorial.
Same.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.